Hello and welcome to the Dudden Valley, which has been described as a jewel in the Crown of Cumbria. The area is situated between Coniston and Eskdale, and the valley itself is a delight both for walkers, for mountain bikers, climbers, nature lovers, and for those who just enjoy some peace and quiet and the beauty of the countryside. There are going to be two videos from the area. The next video will feature the stations at Askham and Broughton-in-Furness. But in this video, I'll be focusing on Foxfield, but beginning here at Green Road. It's a very quiet spot, this, and it's ideal for people wanting to enjoy tranquility, wildlife, and walking. There is an 11-mile stretch of England's coastal path which begins in Salcroft and finishes here at Green Road railway station. It's located on the edge of the Duddon estuary and is overlooked by the Lakeland Fells, which you can see in the distance. The station is one of 9 request stops on the Cumbrian coast route, with the other stations being at Flimby, Parton, Nevertown, Braystones, Drigg, Bootle, Salcroft and Broughton-in-Furness. There's a level crossing which is adjacent to the platforms. It's an automatic half barrier crossing which is locally monitored by the train driver. Let's take a look at the crossing in operation. The waiting shelter on the southbound platform consists of concrete columns with a galvanised roof. The main station building is brick built and is no longer available for public use. The waiting shelter here on the northbound platform is also of solid brick construction, and it had to be closed on the day of my visit because of a wasp's nest. The station was first opened by the Furness Railway in 1853. I've come into this car park at the rear of the southbound platform because I want to try and find out what is left of the original goods yard at the station. Setting out down this track, it wasn't long before I found some of the associated ramps of the goods yard along with the base column of a loading crane standing defiant amongst the brambles. I wonder what the purpose was for this brick-built building. Green Road has been adopted since 1981 and is currently a member of the Northern Trains Station Adoption Scheme, and the station has won a number of awards for the quality of its gardens. Well, I've really enjoyed Green Road. It's a lovely station, beautifully presented, and I really like the location too. It's so remote, idyllic, and so peaceful. I'm about to catch my train to the next destination in this journey, which is Foxfield, just a few miles along the track from here. So while I do that, let's have a look at some of the beautiful scenery of the Dudden Valley. It's lovely, isn't it? The Dudden Valley is one of the most beautifully isolated spots in the whole of the Lake District. There's been a station here at Foxfield since 1848, but in 1879 an enlarged station was built. It was designed by the Lancaster architects Paley and Austin, and you will have heard me mention them on several previous occasions in my videos from the Cumbrian Coast Railway. Back in the good old days, it was Foxfield where you changed trains for the journey up the breathtakingly pretty branch line to Coniston. This is a lovely photograph of a train getting ready to depart from Foxfield to Coniston in the early years of the 20th century. And this photograph shows the beautiful Swiss-style station at Coniston, and it was taken just before the line closed in 1962. The station at Foxfield is an island platform, with both sides being in use, and access is via a barrel crossing, along with a ramp. When the Coniston branch closed in 1962, Foxfield was lucky to survive, as an unstaffed halt, particularly as there is no village to speak of within the vicinity of the railway station. At the time, a number of the former buildings, along with the goods shed, were dismantled, but thankfully the water tower and the slate-built station house still survive. Just look at this beautiful wooden signal box that dates to 1879. It contains a 52 lever frame and is typical of the frames that were built for the Furness Railway in their later years and was manufactured by Saxby and Farmer. There's a private user worked crossing with whistleboard on the approach to the platforms at Foxfield. There are manually operated gates along with signage, and trains give an audible warning as they approach the up platform. Regular viewers of this channel will know that I'm interested in level crossings, and there's one about a quarter of a mile up the track from here at Skelly Craig, which I'd like to take a closer look at, so let's go and have a look. The crossing has manually controlled gates, which are operated by a keeper who is based in the porter cabin on the other side of the tracks. The crossing is used by both vehicles and pedestrians, but given it's on an unclassified road, usage is very infrequent. I guess this must be a bit of a lonely job at times, and it certainly must be a labour of love which is prevalent amongst those who work on the Cumbrian Coast Railway. Well, this has been my first visit to the Dudden Valley, and it's really beautiful. Such an enchanting area, and two lovely, rural, quaint railway stations. The setting reminds me of some of the Cornish branch lines that I remember travelling on when I was very young. The station at Green Road straddles a road which peters out onto a nearby marsh and lies at some distance from the nearest dwelling. Meanwhile, there's no village to speak of within the vicinity of Foxfield, although it does act as a railhead for the attractive little town of Broughton-in-Furness, which is about a mile or so to the north. In my next video, I'll be travelling a little further along the Duddon estuary to visit the stations at Kirkby-in-Furness and Askham. Why not like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, where you will find a whole host of videos from stations along the Cumbrian Coast Line and much, much more.